Well, we have with us a very stalwart from the industry joining in. A.K. Singh, MD and CEO of Petronet LNG, is talking to us to tell us about how the quarter has been and what the outlook for the company is. Hi, Mr. Singh. It's Amina from NDTV Profit. Thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to us. It's been largely a good quarter for Petronet LNG. Your margins have improved significantly in this quarter. Can you tell us what led to the margins going up and what sort of margin expectation do you have for the rest of the year?
Yeah. Good morning to everybody. Let me first express my gratitude to NDTV team for inviting me to share my insights on the Petronet LNG Limited and particularly the gas and LNG market. This quarter indeed has been best ever quarter in the history of Petronet LNG, and the Dahej terminal during this quarter has processed highest ever daily throughput, even monthly highest ever, and the quarterly also. We processed 248 TBTU from the Dahej during this quarter, and overall quarter volume including the Kochi, it was 262 TBTU, and compared to the previous quarter, which was 234 TBTU and the corresponding 230, the growth was in the range of 12 to 14%. So the volume growth was very high with reference to the previous operations of the terminals, and we operated average 109% Dahej terminal. And in one of the months, the operations was even 115%. So going forward, definitely if the prices remains in the range of $10 to $12, which is hovering right now, the spot and even the long-term prices are in the same range, we expect that this volume growth will continue. And definitely this quarter was having more demand of the power sector, but coming forward, there are other industrial demand also growing because of the economic activities picking up in the countries post-COVID. And as we know that the GDP is increasing in the range of 7 to 8%, and even industrial activity, even the population is moving towards the city area. Lot of gas demand is coming, and our expectation is that we will continue this robust growth of the volume in the coming future also.
Right. Sir, congratulations, and it's a complete pleasure to have you talking to us and telling us about how it's been for your company. So while we completely understand it's been great, margins are growing really well, revenues were slightly soft. Now, is that because there has been a little bit of pressure on pricing? And also give me an understanding and sense of what the LNG price trajectory is looking like going ahead.
Let me first explain how the revenues is earned by the Petronet in their entire business. Around 85 to 90% revenue, which is linked with the international LNG prices, are passed through to our off-takers and the customers. And mainly our revenue, which is in Indian rupees for the regas services which we provide, are around 10 to 15%. So when the international prices of LNG changes, our revenue also varies with that. And that is the reason there is a slight reduction with respect to the previous quarter, the revenue. And the reason is that even though we have processed more volumes, but our long-term volumes, which is we are doing trading from the Qatar and the Gurgaon, Australia, which accounts for around 9 million tons of the total volume we handle in the year. There was some less volume process for the trading volume, and the prices is not added in the revenue for the trading volume, whereas the service cargo, which is for the servicing of the regas charges, it has increased. So overall impact was slightly lesser than the previous quarter because of these two major factors.
Right. Mr. Singh, if you could also give us an idea about how volumes are shaping, how it was in the quarter gone by, and what can we expect when it comes to this entire financial year?
So, of course, this quarter has been the excellent quarter in the history of Petronet, where we have processed highest ever volume. But our expectation is that going forward, uh, uh, the volume growth will improve. I will give you some example that even the 3 to 4 years back, the country was using almost 26 million tons of imported LNG. However, during the COVID period and this Ukraine and Russia war, this volume decreased it to even 20 million ton, then it has picked up to 22, 24, and now this year it seems that it will be definitely going beyond the the earlier 4 years back volume of 26 million ton plus. In fact, I will share one data of May this year where the LNG share of total natural gas in the country has grown to 54%, which was normally in the range of 46 to 48%. And total gas consumption in the country was 213 MMSCMD as per the PPAC data. So there is a substantial increase in the gas consumptions across the board in the country, particularly the refinery sectors which used to use the liquid fuel is now switching over to the gaseous fuel. The CGD networks are expanding, and day by day the volume is increasing. And going forward, if the prices are stable, definitely in power sector also it is expected that quite a large quantity of gas can be consumed in our country, because we have almost 25,000 megawatt installed gas-based power plant in our country, and it doesn't operate because of the high prices of the gas. And whenever the prices comes a reasonable level, these gas turbines comes on a stream for meeting the peaking power requirements. And all indications are there that in coming days, the gas consumption in our country will be improving only.
Singh, I also wanted to understand about LNG trucking. What kind of an opportunity do you see here?
See, uh, Petronet LNG also is playing a pivotal role in this business of trucking business. We have already installed and completed 4 stations, 3 in Tamil Nadu and 1 in Karnataka. And one we are going to put up at near our Dahej terminal, and we have already planned to set up 10 more stations in this fiscal year. And other OMC also in this business of setting up the more stations. And if you compare with the China model, where during last 4 5 years they converted 4 to 5 lakhs long hauling trucks and buses operating on LNG, they are consuming almost 10 to 12 million ton per annum of the LNG in the transport sector. And there is no reason why India cannot achieve this target of increasing the volume in the trucking system, because uh, it is going to be a environment friendly fuel. It is going to be a cheaper option than the diesels. And this LNG long haul trucks can travel almost 700 to 1,000 kilometers in one field. So government of India is also pushing a lot on this sector, and Petronet wants to be the leader in this business also, because we have a unique advantage of a storage of LNG in the country. We have a 2 existing terminal, and we are in the process of setting up the East Coast terminal at Gopalpur. So with these 3 terminals, we will be able to serve across the country in around 1,000 kilometer range, anywhere the dispensing station is set up, and continuity of supply can be ensured. So, of course, in the coming futures, this is a growing sector where we expect a large increase in the volume and also in the business of the Petronet.
Very lastly, Mr. Singh, we'd have loved to chat with you longer, but unfortunately short on time. What are your capex plans and capacity addition plans for FY25?
As we have said in the past also, we are in the process of expanding our Dahej regas capacity from existing 17.5 million ton to 22.5 million ton. And we are targeting to complete this expansion by the end of this financial year. This is a very low capex expansion plan we have undertaken. And this will give a lot of leverage of utilizing our Dahej terminal. We have seen during the peaking period in this quarter itself, the terminal had gone operation up to 22.5 million ton on some of the days. So there is a requirement of the capacity at the Dahej, and this is on the fast track. This project we have undertaken. Coming to that capex plan, we have already got almost 30,000 crores of the board approved projects at different stage of executions, and the main being the petrochemical complex at the Dahej. All the capex plan are on track, and our petrochemical complex where we have already engaged the licensors, we have appointed the PMC, we have a land, we have the environment clearance, and we are going ahead full-fledged to complete this project as per the schedule target to complete by October 2027. Also, the Gopalpur terminal also, we are going ahead full-fledged for completing this terminal in 3 years' time. And this two tank, I would like to share that which we undertook 3 years back. This is getting commissioned well before the scheduled completion date of 3 years. As per the schedule, the mechanical completion was scheduled in September this year, but we have already completed mechanically, and it is going to be commissioned very soon. So this two tank is going to give lot of leverage in our future business, where we can arbitrage our margin when we have a better storage capacity.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh. Great talking to you. Good luck with business, and we'll hopefully chat with you soon.